Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, first let me thank the member for the question. This is going to be a long one because I have to go back to 1978. Honourable Speaker, you would recall that since our first UN deployment in 1978, Fiji has never had a purpose-built, state-of-the-art training facility for our peacekeepers. But peacekeeping is so important for a small country like Fiji, and it has been one of our extension arm, I would call it, to our foreign policy. And Fiji has been punching above its own weight over the years, a small country, but big contributor to peacekeeping operations throughout the world. And we have an obligation in the enforcement, restoration, and maintenance of global peace. And this is why we, as a country, a big contributor to peacekeeping operations, need to have a proper facility in which our men and women can be trained and, of course, be given that recognition that they deserve after Fiji's involvement in peacekeeping operation over the years. And Honourable Speaker, the Blackrock Project, again, this is an initiative from the Bainimarama government, and it has been continued by the Fiji First government, started in 2009, when the Republic of Fiji military forces made submissions for this project to be funded, and of course, with the little allocation that we were given, the project has started. And very briefly, over the years, Honourable Speaker, as I've stated, the inception of the Blackrock Project was in 2009, and it's named after the feature in which it sits in Nadi. And the infrastructure work started by the Public Works Department then, where they constructed the perimeter fence, and then the engineers started work with the accommodation blocks. And over the years, because of the funding allocation, we only managed to have 3 accommodation blocks, one incomplete mess hall, and of course the infrastructure, particularly the ring road, and of course other structures included the staff room, temporary staff room, a kitchen, guard room, and ablution blocks, the bare necessity that would be needed for an institute as such. And as I've stated, Honourable Speaker, while government was developing this project, at the same time, it was seeking the assistance of our friends and partners to provide us with that assistance. And we are thankful to the Honourable Prime Minister in his discussions with the former Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Malcolm Turnbull, in August 2018. They did include this in their bilateral meeting, and of course the Honourable Prime Minister then of Australia gave the undertaking that they will fund the project for us. Very simply, Honourable Speaker, as we speak, the Australians have sent technical teams, and we are now looking at the overall redesigning of the Blackrock Project. And of course, with the work currently undertaken, we are thankful to the Australian government that they have opted for a local engineering company, GHD engineers, to design the project. And of course, about 50% of the design concept is ready, and of course to be presented on the 26th of March 2019. The intention, Honorable Speaker, for me to cut it short, is for us to commence construction in April based on the work that has already been undertaken by the consultancy firm doing the engineering work, so that we commence with the construction in 2019 April and allow the engineers and the technical team to continue with the rest of the scoping and the technical work for the completion of the entire project. And hopefully, Honorable Speaker, we will be able to complete this project by December 2020. Honorable Speaker, it's not only about peacekeeping. It's not only a peacekeeping center. And when I'm talking about peacekeeping, Honorable Speaker, it's not only for Fiji, but we are looking at the region as well. At the same time, HADR, the Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Relief Training, disasters and climate change are happening and will remain. And this is also in consideration, and this has been part of the discussion. We will also utilize this facility, not only for peacekeeping purposes, but also for HADR training. And on HADR, the Australian government has also committed, again, this is part of the lessons learned from Winston, they are going to build a HADR warehouse on Blackrock so that it can be easily accessible to the international airport and of course support HADR activities. So at the same time, there's also discussions with the Fiji Police Force on fully utilizing this facility. So we try to maximize the usage of the facility and at the same time economize so that we don't unnecessarily need to have other facilities built, but we can fully maximize the utilization of these facilities. So we are looking at peacekeeping operations, HADR, and of course even police training as well. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.